it's difficult to find the right scenario and the right team to work with.
Yeah, you have to aspire to getting gold. You can't have these 4 positions that are content, just roaming around, missing a few kills. You gotta have the 4 positions that are like, hell yeah, my mid laner just died. I'm gonna take over the lane and get some last hits.
Yeah, you have a hero now in position 4 that, well, not trade versus the Elder Titan, but you don't care about trading because of that leap. 2, which you will hit always faster than him. You have that range creep secured plus another hard camp secured, and then after you get the leap, you bully you out. You don't really help when Legion is bullied.
Looking at this lane, 5 most likely gonna be with Razor. Legion could struggle. A lot of damage, no way of dispelling things. Razor runs you down.
Not a lot of slow though, right? So Elder Titan
Start with Orb of Fen.
Yeah.
Wouldn't mind seeing that.
Something like that, because usually if you're playing Elder 5, you want to carry that either has a slow or a stun or contribution. So you can right click heroes.
Yeah. Because as soon as Razor starts walking towards
Sven stands
they're like,
ready.
wait,
Oh.
what? They pick Sven into Razor?
He outruns him. Warcry with Mask of Madness potential. Why? 2 items plus a Warcry, I think enough.
You need to put all of these heroes in the river and make a sprint from one end to the other.
Just
Test
make
the
a
speeds.
marathon.
Test, yeah, they can choose the items and whatever.
Spells.
I like Sven. I like Sven because to the later stages of the game, like Razor, he's full physical with the lane. Still some magic abilities, but ET, like he removes the base armor, then you have a Sven armor the one.
And we've seen Sven in the sync. We've seen it in the final.
Wind
Sven
Ranger at
versus
your
Razor.
service.
Sure,
It does
that's true.
matter. You reach this point in the game in which you don't care about tankers. You don't care about stat. As long as there's any sort of initiation on these heroes, they die too fast.
PSG.LGD, big heroes that are very maneuverable. You can run a Sven with Warcry and be able to outrun this lane. They don't know what's mid. Like maybe they think it's Razor on a mid lane, but they just picked the Wind Ranger as well. So they could potentially swap things around.
DP5 and Mirana 4 this weekend, right?
Yeah.
The Ranger is a port, most likely.
Could be shift. Maybe not. I don't think you want to play either Mirana or Wind Ranger as a position 5. So it's 5, Mirana 4.
Probably Wind Ranger is laning versus. You also pick it a little bit problematic.
Oh, you can shackle back.
So then if they do want to send the Razor mid, EHOME looking for a safe laner, LGD ban out the spec.
I don't like jugging.
Yep.
Both of these heroes do make your life harder. Legion with the
You don't want to know.
I'm a happy guy. LGD. Why? Because Wind Ranger is really good against Razor, and Sven, once you get 2 or 3 items, you're really good against Razor, but before that, you're not as good. But from what I've seen from EHOME so far, they're not very good at building a great early lead, so I'm not very concerned.
it is dpc.pwesports.cn/fun. You're welcome. And thank you very much for throwing it over to us.
Taking you
Appreciate it.
away for
Okay.
game 2.
All right, we're going. I'll see you later.
That way.
All right, this way. I'm
Yeah.
going.
Okay. Let's get it going. Draft-wise, not the biggest fan of Juggernaut. Not sure why they picked the Sylar into the draft. It's not great against Sven. It's not great against Wind Ranger. It's not great against Legion Commander. It's not even that good against DP. Why did they pick it?
Comfort?
Even the Tidehunter pick early on, as I kind of mentioned before, into DP Legion Commander, that's a risky Tidehunter pick.
Yeah, what is that going to provide for you?
It's tough. I mean, sure, it's a 5 DP, but even a 5 DP with a Spirit Siphon is really good against Tidehunter.
It's honestly kind of crazy how much the 5 DP ends up doing.
If you get some sort of a good game, maybe get a fast Hood, or some Solar Craft, maybe Yules, you can dish out a ton of damage, good silences. I'm a little bit afraid for EHOME here. Early game should be fine, but mid-late game is going to be very difficult. If it even gets there. Today has been so fast.
Jin-Q, I'm looking at him to see how much his movements are going to affect this game. Potentially shackles or arrows coming through.
Have to be careful here. Yeah, they don't want to fight the rune. Could have potentially snatched one with a Sven stun. Choosing to play conservatively.
Hold on to that map.
I mean, you know my opinion about Mirana. I don't like it very much.
There was a point where it was really popular in China. Like every game, IG was playing, Kaka was on it, Jin-Q was on it quite a bit, but his hero pool is very mixed. So you really won't see him on the same hero twice in a series more often than not.
There was also a different Mirana where the stun of the arrow was much higher. And I believe even the bonus damage was higher too. I'm not entirely sure on that, but currently getting beaten up by X-Nova.
I guess becomes where the movements will be if the movements get out there.
I want to see how comfortable XM is on his Razor. So far, he has not used Static Link at all. It's the second wave already.
And you're using it more so to just make the CS harder to get, right?
Exactly. And he currently has 3. Wind Ranger already sitting at 4. Not the biggest deal, of course, to earn into the game, but this is not something you want to see.
That's a good deny on the range creep,
That was a very good deny, yeah. Paired it, baited him to do a power shot.
Pretty quiet over mid, yeah, no static links, nothing really coming through in what we thought maybe we'd see from XM on this Razor, because you need to put the pressure on. Nothing to say if you get a decent lane on this Windrunner, we could see him move around the map and really open up the rest.
I'm very afraid for this Razor, to be honest, this game. Like, if he doesn't pop up from the very beginning, Wind Ranger is about as hard of a counter as it possibly can be.
There's the static link, but broken pretty quickly, only 10 damage difference.
Yeah, this is level 2 link.
Yeah.
But still equals to 20, and it's quite a lot, especially when you just want to be the last hitting creeps.
Things quiet overall.
Yep, just farming away.
XM, he's got 2 denies. He's only got 8 CS. He's starting to fall behind. Nothing to say. Bottom lane that we're looking at right now, Jin-Q as well as Faith Beyond. Faith Beyond, always the anchor for his team. Someone you can really 85–90% of the time rely on to have a decent lane to give you something from the off lane.
Yeah. As you said, they've been very reliant on them in the past. And it's no different this game also. He's the guy that initiates first. He's also the guy that saves you. So he has a lot of responsibilities on his shoulders, but he's no stranger to that. One of the few TI winners we have.
Time 25.
And they're already leading 1K in 3 minutes.
And the lanes are just going that well. Like we've seen this before from LGD taking over and making these lanes difficult for their opponents. You Got Sylar, who's only sitting 12-0 to the Sven's 18-3. And Chalice as well as Fader having a tough time up here top.
I gotta admit, like, this Juggernaut is very hard to lane into a Legion commander. You can see here why. Constant Harris. It can work if you have like a Lich as a lane partner, where you can really kill the LC over and over again. But with a slow hero like Elder Titan, very unlikely to happen. Stealing the bounty rune away from the Shaman. Well, now might be in trouble.
Weird Siphon, nothing to say. Not going to continue to commit to that.
He's good. XM. Taking water rune.
I'm going to say he's not going to have it.
Elder
Bottom
Titan's
one
trying to
gets
do the other
picked
one.
up. So he won't have that water rune to work with.
He just did that out of spite because he took his bounty rune. He's like, ah.
Quiet early on. I've said that already, but you can just see that, you know, we haven't gotten first blood 4.5 minutes in, and we're seeing some aggression, but no like commitment. Like Spirit Siphons from a 5 position on a support, you know, you're not getting like the big commits yet.
The other thing is they don't really have good killing heroes on Dia until they get some levels and items.
Yeah.
But they're certainly very strong laning heroes, and they're showing that off very nicely here. All 3 cores sitting at the top.
Yeah,
Even the 2 supports also ahead of the counter.
They're not too upset about this.
No. Like a slow early game, I would say benefits a team that has a better mid-late game anyways.
Sylar taking a lot of damage. GQ coming over. This might be first blood on the jug, and GQ gets it.
Arrow as well.
Nova takes some damage, but he won't fall. They just chased him down.
Yep. I mean, he's feeling terrible here. Legion Commander has 800 FF ahead of him. They don't have like any sort of Magnus or anything to make him help cover. The offlane is a little bit more greedy. Yeah. They drafted themselves into this corner. Usually, the drafts have been one of the strong points with QQQ.
And that was the big change from Season 1 to Season 2, was picking up QQQ.
This game a little bit different. Check him on the Sven though. He has a big stick, so he should be fine.
And again, 1 kill, 2k lead. And they might even get one more on Tex Nova, and they will. GQ now has 2 kills. TP from Razor. GQ with 1 more leap, and he'll walk away, but will he survive? XM is so fast under the tower and just runs him down with that haste rune.
At least he got something done. It's not the most impactful kill you could ever get.
Not really, yeah.
But, you know something, he also takes away the bounty rune. So. Good stuff by him. Trying what he can to get the team on the board.
You got the guy, you got the kill with the guy who had both kills so far. So I guess it is worth, in a way. Especially because you had the haste, you could just come back to lane very quickly. Plasma field, GQ again.
No storm. There it is.
For the sweep, throws an arrow at the big creep before he dies. Shackles are there, they'll get their second. They'll double up on their kill count.
Also going to XM. We're looking at the Razor here to be potentially the guy to break open the game for EHOME.
Sharing that top of the net worth spot with the Sven.
Wind Ranger now has a Javelin. This is where Razor's life gets a little bit more difficult. Even if you full drain her, there's still going to be a ton of damage coming out. And once it melts from hits, it just gets amplified even more. And then eventually the MKB... Razor just hates these kind of heroes like Wind Ranger that can kill you through static link. Which Sven also becomes later on. LC, level 7.5, Juggernaut just reached 6. They somehow got to alleviate some of the pressure here from this Juggernaut.
I'm wondering when the duel is going to come out, and on whom.
He's 1,000 levels behind the Sven already.
Yeah, it's spiraling, and there's nothing stopping Ame.
The problem is the higher the levels go, the worse it is for Juggernaut, really. There's not a lane where, yeah, once I'm 6, it's gonna be all good. No, that's not how it is on this lane. Arrow top, just to clear the catapult down.
Always value.
Always value. And if it hits the Tidehunter, potentially you can kill him.
Yeah.
throw it out. Why not? Mom picked up Sven already.
I want to say it was it someone here who said it? Always aim your arrows at a target, whether or not it's a hero or a creep. Like, you want to always have that consolation. You don't want to throw an open area in a lane like that. You want to make sure if it's going and the hero avoids it, it's going to hit a creep as well.
Yeah, best case scenario. Of course, we don't always have these, and some cores get triggered if you aim at a range. It's the hero. It's the range. Very fast.
Static Link, Omni Slash, all used trying to get the kill into Faith Beyond. He's still on the run.
He's super fast right now.
Plasma Field, though, shouldn't have low enough to get the kill. 3-man silence just wasn't enough.
That's once more a lot of resources committed though. 4 heroes for a Legion Commander. That now means Wind Ranger stay in the bounty rune. They got their own bounty rune. I'm never really a big fan of rotations that make you fall further behind in experience and net worth.
Right.
That usually means it was too much of a rotation.
The overcommittal.
Yeah, unless it's really on a target that needs to die. Like this Sven, I wouldn't mind at all. The Ranger.
Shackle. Stormhammer, Ravage, and now the sleep. This is a good bit of lockdown that will get them the kill and nothing to say, and they'll look over at Ame. They finally have a TP coming in from the Verana, but they have the hacks, they'll have the damage. They should be able to get the Shackle and sleep stop. There it is.
Massive overcommittal this time from LGD.
Yeah.
Not sure why they thought it could just take down the Titan. Here's a hood. All you have is a Javelin, which is magic damage. There's no way you're gonna kill this guy. Not sure what they were thinking. Feeling themselves a little too much.
Giving away lives like that, and potentially the tier 1 tower top with the Serpent.
Yeah, they're ping to other lane. Or more likely than not, they're just gonna give this one up. Trade for the bottom one. Yeah. Cookie. Cut Noda.
Jinky now again.
2 more leaps. Fine.
They use the Exorcism to get the tower over bottom, so they do end up trading, or well, so far, trade is what should be in.
Sylar is still very poor, but he's not very far behind the Wind Ranger.
Yeah, he's keeping up with the Windrunner, and then Sven, though, top of the net worth alone by 800 gold.
Yeah, the Razor's still having a very good game. He's going Euro Scepter first. We spoke about how annoying Wind Ranger is. Once they have the Euro Scepter, just Euros her up, and then the Windrunner's gone. They have a chance to actually kill her. And you can also just save yourself, buy yourself some time.
Right.
We cancel some Legion Commander duel or whatever. There's some good uses for Euros.
Yeah, we really haven't felt the pressure from the Legion with that duel yet.
Yep, he has just been happily farming away. Has a medallion, almost his solar crest as well. So he's going for the full buff Legion. Gonna go for that sharp in the 20 as well, probably.
Did you need the solar crest to be built by the Legion, though? Could it have been built on any of these 2 supports?
I would have liked it on the DP, usually, and just everything else kind of translates having this good early game into more of a strong mid game.
Right.
And we'll see what they can make happen with it. Because you could have had a Blink deck and like half a Blade there right now if you wanted to. Or half a BKB.
Right now.
Yep. I mean, it's not a bad item, of course, this one at all. It just didn't have to be you. Because it also kind of takes away from the support. They always want to have that item.
Maelstrom picked up here by Sylar. That'll be his farm item. See if they can make something happen. They have Ravage to work with again. The first one getting them a kill on the 1 and 2 up in the top lane. So if they could do that again, would certainly feel like they're in a decent spot overall in this game. But you can see again, even though they're down 5-2 and they had the first 2 kills, it's been 5 unanswered kills through EHOME.
They're on top again.
They're up 2k on LGD. They'll use the Ravage. They'll go for the TP out, and it's in time. Exorcism, Focus Fire, both committed for nothing.
Makes me wonder why even Ravage, to be honest. They had no stuns after the Shackle. I think you just TP out, you're fine.
Maybe the damage is too much with the Exorcism.
I mean, Exorcism hits you either way, right? He had more than half health. Well, whatever, bottom lane, whips around by the Shaman Warrior.
Yeah, Ame now trying to run, but the Earth Splitter comes in, does so much damage with the help of XM and the rest. They've got both kills in this bottom. Starting to slow down Ame's march towards staying at the top of the net.
Yeah, the Razor, in fact, should be overtaking him momentarily here after the tower. They managed to get it. And we have not really seen any sort of Legion Commander play it at all. Which is also an item problem. Like, you're not itemizing for this blink. How are you gonna get in?
Yeah. You've gone Solar Crest instead.
I've said at the beginning, he's the guy to initiate and to save people. He didn't build the initiation item at all. He's going for it next, so it's gonna be very late. Tight Hunter kill top, but it's very easy if you had a blink. Just can't set anything up.
No dual damage at all up to this point. Now looking over at Chalice one more time, Spirit Siphon, and
just TP out again.
Let's just TP out. Arrow not in time. Just TP.
Multiple times apparently. He's going straight into... He's going to be having Halberd first or Blink? I think it would be much better to go Blink first. Because again, you are the main initiator in your team. Every team needs one. Otherwise, plays around the map way too difficult.
But here from LGD, they need to get something. 7 unended kills now. Solar Crest and XM Shackle doesn't connect. Look up into the air. They've got the duel. They should have the damage for this one. And finally, the first duel victory comes in for Faith Beyond. They get the kill onto XM, who they desperately needed to shut down.
Yeah. Find there the enemy jungle, Mirana, putting in a very deep ward here. Probably a Korea snipe ward, but it's super deep.
Well, they finally answer one back. Tide, Hood, Blink, going for the Heavens. Albert, like, there's a lot here from Chalice, and you just don't feel that pressure coming in from the Legion.
Caught it. Mirana again, Earth Splitter coming through.
Leap after the Earth Splitter.
And he's fine.
Blink forward, Shackle doesn't connect. Press the attack with the silence on it too. Sven has got strength. He wants us to come fight this.
He wants to finish his BKB first before any fight here against the Ravage. He's 800 away. I do believe they're just gonna give up this power unless EHOME overcommits too heavily here.
But they will. I think you gotta be careful of Chalice jumping forward. Yeah, there he is. Jumping forward and press the attack out of the Mirana. And that goes potentially a different way if you're not right on the ball with that Shackle.
Yeah.
You can see the way that he was posturing. It felt like he just wanted to make the jump to the LGD side and just Ravage.
Yeah, but of course you don't want to Ravage just for single Mirana. It's never worth it. Juggernaut is slowly catching back up. And Sven being Sven is still over 2,000 EPF ahead.
Farming.
I'm wondering if he's gonna go shard or not on Sven, just to be able to dispel the duels on the Razor and any sort of helping items as well.
Sven almost has 100 more CS than the Razor.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a 0-2-0, but still quite comfortably at the top. Just things.
Yeah, we're seeing this Sven a lot in the Chinese region.
Yeah. I told you I'm not the biggest fan of Sven, but they picked the Juggernaut into the Sven, which is actually a pretty good Sven matchup. This game he should be very happy with what he got.
You're getting spotted.
Yeah, this is the we need one more item syndrome. Okay, good dodge and stun. Well, just didn't hit. Okay, now the peak. Fear of the Ranger, which is 400 gold away. Hit the blink there on Legion. 300 gold away. And just always this, we need this and this.
Like that shard as well.
Yeah. Now Sven already has his BKB for a good minute, but can't use it. And this could catch them at a really bad time here. Wind Ranger needs 100 gold for his BKB.
They're under the guise of Moonlight Shadow. Arrow comes in onto an Illusion X Nova.
It's not the fastest, but fighting into this pit is really damn scary. It will have to be all Sven. And Sven can still get owned by Razor.
Silence third.
Going in.
Use got strength. Be Ravage avoid. Right click's coming through in a Sylar, but he hasn't hit anybody with a BKB duration.
Big mistake
he just
by
runs
Ahmed.
out.
Yeah, he Mask of Madness before he stunned anyone. It's a big blunder.
Arrow comes in, hits on a Roche. This is EHOME. That is a massive blunder, and they're going to have an Earth Splitter come through. InQ leaping away. Faith Beyond not so fortunate.
I mean, Ahmed is known to be very inconsistent, and we can just see again why. Like, he just ran in with Mom activated, couldn't obviously stun anyone, and used his BKB for nothing.
Through one right click.
Yeah, on the Juggernaut, and he said, okay. I didn't press him much.
Aegis is still mine.
Yeah, like, Sven is one of those heroes you have to be really careful in what sequence you press your buttons.
Right.
If you press him up too early before your wall strike, before you're stunned, potentially even before you ult, then
the tanky 2-0 Chalice. But now they've got the Yules into the air. That comes out from Fade, Shackle onto the Death Prophet. And BKB pop by nothing to say as the static link is there. Then they're going to outflash. They'll look to get the kill. Oh, bounces to the neutrals. Over to Jinky for a second. Faith Beyond. Press the attack, but he's still just running forward looking for it. Fade. He ignored Sylar, and now he's put himself in a bad spot. Arrow comes through onto Chalice. Connects onto the Tide Hunter. Beyond still looking like he's going to die here. They lose Jinky. Faith Beyond, he'll run, but I'm not sure he gets out of it. Point forward, anchor smash. Faith Beyond gone.
not fast enough. They're bleeding off a lot of heroes. The past 2 minutes, a lot of misplays from LGD, all adding up. Juggernaut is closing in to the Sven, and wow, the Razor even surpassed him now.
Yeah, and Sven was certainly in a spot where he could have just made great work of this team had they taken that Roche fight a little bit better, but now this sets up for EHOME to just take a tier 2 tower up top. And you look at some of the blunders from LGD, I'm not sure what Beyond's doing, continuing to just run over Fade like he thinks he can get that kill.
He wanted to blink on him, but his blink got disabled by the Juggernaut Maelstrom proc. But he didn't realize it fast enough and still kept running towards him. But like in a game like this, if Razor and Sven are so closely contested in terms of network, Sven will have a very hard time getting away from this guy. The Asha are completed on the Razor, so he's sitting at how much movement speed is it gonna be? 400 something.
$2K lead now.
And now they're smoking out. Ravage is already off cooldown though. Sven picked up the blink dagger.
For the sweep.
Ooh.
Back line's going to the... This is just under an Elder time.
Getting drained.
Stat Blink trying to run now. BKB pop by nothing to say.
Blink Ravage is an issue.
Forward, and Chalice for the opportunity to maybe throw a Ravage here. Shack connects. Exorcism?
Okay. Another pretty big blunder here from LGD.
Just pressing R.
That's what he did, yeah. I mean, at least you can say, let me find this jungle creeps now.
Back to top of the net worth. You give him a kill, you give him an opportunity, and he does gain gold and gets back to the top. But like,
I gotta admit though, from what I've seen there when he jumped the pipe, you know, the last button presses maybe a little bit in his head because he was pretty slow on pressing all the buttons.
he goes into the air. Hex.
That's that DP.
Nothing the Death Prophet can do.
Death Prophet.
Very dead.
Very dead.
And these BKB charges are, you know, it's getting low. It's getting low for Ame.
Not as bad as it used to be with 5 seconds. But this is also not the biggest.
Faith Beyond, only 10 duel damage. Haven't really seen the opportunity for him to get a good duel off. Sven is almost level 18, so almost has the level 3 in the God Strength.
Yeah. It's like the network advantage is only 2. Okay. We haven't really seen any cohesive team play yet from LGD this game.
Something we worried about in the previous game. We said that it felt like they were a little bit off in terms of their execution.
Yeah, and they made it work because they had a lot of like, individual plays to make. This game is not that case. Like, you gotta play it very well as a unit.
Aegis expires. So LGD were looking for that timing. Dead Prophet. Way out and around, and Illusion Rune picked up.
Have a Sentry there though.
Sentry right there. Yule's blink forward, got the anchor smash. Spirit Siphon. Wise pretty tanky on the other side though. Power shot to kill off Fade. That's a dual victory. They'll go for Chalice. They'll land the arrow. Have anything more? He can just step up and ravage.
And they focus fired him again. That's like the 5th focus fire on the Tidehunter this game. And
wow, massive sweep coming through with the Earth Split, but they've got themselves the Ravage with BKB, probably nothing to say, as well as Ame. Tension goes on to Chalice, who they have the dash, static link onto the stand. Now he's here with the Hex because he no longer has BKB. Chalice surviving his zombies like, Ame, they look over, nothing to say without the BKB, they'll get a kill on the Windrunner. Double kill for Sylar, XM dominating 2, 16-5 EHOME.
And
8 beyond.
yeah, on the run again as usual.
Has the shard. Courier.
They will blink away.
Will die.
I mean,
they're focusing on Chalice with focus fire.
like 4 or 5 times in a row already. I'm not sure what they're thinking. Like every time they initiate on the wrong target. You can see here again. Focus fire with him. Perfect bait by Chalice, if you can even call it that. Good Ravage in the back line. Just look at what happens to Sven once his Warcry and BKB runs out. He gets eaten alive.
What's the mindset here when you see this? Because we see this a lot in games where you're constantly putting your attention onto the tankiest heroes.
I really don't know. Like, usually you do it once, you're like, okay, didn't work. And he's just gotten so much more items since then. He's sitting at 2.5 with evasion, with good armor, with a hood. You can't touch this guy.
The only one who has farm on the side of LGD is Sven.
Yeah, like I expected Windranger to have at least 1 more damage item at this point. Completed Daedalus, maybe even an MKB. There's nothing like that on the deck at all. Now, I'm not saying they can't win anymore. They have a lot of burst damage potential still, but they need to get out the 2 Daedaluses, Daedaloxoses, Daedaloxegon, the teaching of Daddy?
Wombo.
Wombo Dumbo?
Data Wombo.
Anyway, moral of the story is, right now, you're trying to dodge fights, trying to split push. However, problem is, this little guy called Shadow Shaman, who is a Blink and Etherlands. Good luck split pushing.
Yeah.
Big smoke up once more, Ravage up in 10. 1 more team fight loss could potentially seal this game. Juggernaut and KBs finished. That means 1 Omni Slash on the Windranger. She's gone. Potentially even the Sven, really. Like, he's dealing so much damage now.
Blade Mail for the Legion does have that shard. We'll see how much the shard impacts this game.
Yeah, I'm very surprised by how little impact Fabian has had after this easy lane.
Roche could be the turnaround. And it is soon. You've got both nothing to say as well as Ame going into the Daedalus. Their damage output will be...
That's the right thing. You said will. But it's still quite far away. Roshan is not so far away. 2 minutes. Windranger will not be able to finish Daedalus, and neither will Sven be. So they're still going to be lacking a whole lot of damage. I really just don't think you can fight without those 2 Daedalus. I feel uncomfortable saying that.
Daedalus, I think.
Daedalus. He has 2 days alive. Sounds like a flower.
Yeah.
Can you bring me the date alive from the Mount Fuji?
A beautiful data line.
Yeah. What did it look like? Red?
Red.
Like a red lily?
Yeah.
Ish.
With golden petals.
Probably more spiky.
It's got thorns on the stem.
Yeah.
They'll go for the outpost. Again, not sure LGD feel comfortable fighting, but it does look like they want to fight. They smoked just a moment ago.
Ooh. He was about to drop the wards and ward trap him. He was like, nope. And then I thought he popped BKB, but nope.
Roche still not up.
Just the press.
Ooh.
They need to win this team fight. And they're scouted out. They have been scouted.
Yeah.
They have to win this team fight, but how? This lineup in the pit is so scary to fight into. You have a 5k gold advantage. At the pit, it's 15k.
Yeah.
If not more.
Ravage or Splitter.
Yeah, and they have 2 BKBs only.
Last time they used BKB,
That wasn't that.
he used Mask of Madness and couldn't stun anybody. They've got the
that's a
duel out on the
shaman.
Shadow Shaman. Look at the kill once again on a Fade. That's 50 dual damage. Chow's moving forward. Exorcism was used, but this is fighting into the EHOME side. They're waiting on the high ground. Plasma Field. That's what they're waiting for.
And Snowball comes out.
Trying to TP out. Now Chow is moving forward. Omni slash used. Bouncing on to Y, not doing any damage.
Oh no!
The Omni's wasted. They'll still get the kill on the Death Prophet, or will they? Forced away from Y, and it's perfectly away. BKB's been popped as well as God Strength going against Sylar, and now he's done a lot of trouble. Oh my god! They blew up Ame! They absolutely killed him! They end up losing Sylar. GQ with the arrow. That hits on the Chalice. Up into the air goes the Raze, but he's still out putting a lot of damage. Facing up, trying to run the Plasma Field. Doesn't land. They get the kill to X him. All right, 3 heroes dead here on the side of EHOME and LGD. They still need to be careful. They don't have a lot of health remaining on Nothing to Say, as well as Faith Beyond. Moving forward for this might not be the wisest idea, but Roche is up.
I'm so shocked by the misplays coming out of Ame. He stunned the Mantis Style illusion of the Juggernaut and right-clicked that, and they got absolutely blown to shreds.
Yeah, he did.
Like, this is the second massive blunder around the Roche pit by Ame. His team managed to salvage the fight still, but you gotta shape up. You wanna win this game. Like, you cannot afford any more of these misplays. But they're not typical misplays, you know?
Chalice,
See that for damage?
Don't have the damage for the
Daniel's
kill,
completed
but
now.
they've got themselves the shackle shot, so they still can finish him off. They don't get the dual damage, but that's fine. That's no top.
70, yeah, and he was level 18, I believe, from Wind Ranger. Focus fire up in 10. He has Daedalus completed now.
That 5k lead is gone.
Yeah. It was a very questionable Omni Slide to begin the fight with on the DP. And they still somewhat managed to salvage it on the back of a great Ravage. Yeah, it's still anyone's game. Once his Daedalus, when it's finished, people can die in seconds. Well, milliseconds even. Another big smoke
It
up.
just happened to the...
Are they just going to the pit again? They do. And that's under smoke. But they know. They must know. They're not pushing on the lanes.
Yeah, they're coming over. But Chalice, he's leading the front lines. He doesn't have
No
damage
Rabbit.
right now.
Fire on the duck.
Stormhammer, God Strength, BKB going after Sylar. They've got
Arrow
the
to the
Plasma Field. He's got Exorcism to use, and now they're going to go after Sylar. They have the damage to get the kill, and the GQ, they also taking out Ame. The damage is just as much like they say is gone. The Roche is going to be the side of EHOME's. Ooh, Radiant get the kill on it. The Age is still on the deck. Finally picked up by Sylar. Y is dead. 4 gone on LGD. Another blunder.
Yeah. I'm not sure what to say. It's... Yeah. LGD. He got arrowed 5 seconds on the Juggernaut.
And they didn't kill him.
Look at this arrow fly through. This Juggernaut should die. And it's just a massive series of blunders from this LGD side. From everyone. Not just Amen, but a lot of people are making very basic mistakes right now. They seem to be very flustered. Now, what do you have left in the tank? Svendal up at 30. Not impactful.
Yeah.
Like at this point, you can't even blame him anymore for not having impact in those fights. It's just how Sven is built. He's built differently. It's all eyes on nothing to say. No.
He's got the Daedalus.
We need a good shackle. They need to blow up. And Juggernaut has Aegis, so they can't blow him up. Okay, Chalice is blinking aggressively on the high ground. Focus fire again on the Tidehunter. It's just doing nothing.
It's like it's to zone.
Like, what do you expect to change after the loop time?
Shackle doesn't connect. Jug moves forward.
Oh, nice
reflected
loaded.
with the Lotus. Really well done. Serpent Ward's committed. Why? He was caught them for a second. Now, you're kind of giving up things that'll help you take the high ground.
Yeah, the Omni Slash was a good idea. It was a great counterplay by Fabian, but I gotta say, I don't think it was necessary to even try that. Like, just hit the tower with your Aegis, with the healing ward. You basically just gave him 2 minutes of breathing time, which was pretty unnecessary.
Yep.
Another smoke up. They know that there's no Omni Slash, so it's now or never. Focusing the Juggernaut is a bad idea. They need to go around.
He's got the Aegis. You don't want to kill him first. If you can get around onto Fade once again, that would be the play. But he's in the trees. He's in a great spot. Fade is spotted. Exorcism, silence, all comes through. Stormhammer for the force stamp is back. Now they'll go to the BKB with the power shot, but nothing to say. Taking a lot of damage. XM trying to go in on Sven. They get the kill to Fade. They look over at Ame, and he's going to be dead for the Ravage. XM gets the kill. Y taken out quickly. Nothing to say is gone. These heroes are done without buyback except for Y. And the damage coming out from XM is so much.
Yeah, I mean, his network is also massive. This is one of the biggest Razors I've seen in a very, very long time.
They have buybacks available, but they don't have God Strength to work with. Ravage is down, Omni's down, everything down right now for EHOME. They want to go for the tier 4. Sven is holding the buyback.
Even if you buy back, you have God Strength. They definitely can do it. But if you don't buy back, there might not be a game to play anymore.
No. Loop into the Hex, press the attack, match community. They've got one tier 4. Arrow comes in, lands on the Jug, but there's no follow-up once again, and that'll be the second tier 4 gone. Ancient now exposed. Stormhammer lands, and he did finally buy back, but he bought back after the tier 4s are gone. No towers to fight under. They've got the Hex, the Arrow will come through, lands on a Chalice, the attack of the Magic community. Y trying to run away, Spirit Siphon keeping him alive. They've got the Force Staff, the first is the Ancient getting low. They've got the Serpent Wards hitting it, they land the sweep, they're ignoring the side of LGD, and LGD is ignoring them because they're allowing them to take the Ancient and win the game. So we're tied at 1, and it's just been a massive amount of blunders there from LGD
From
that
both
allowed
sides, really.
EHOME to win the game, yeah.
Yeah, EHOME ultimately ends up winning. There was a